almost looked like it would be a funnel cloud that was going to drop through, but it wasn't. It was a nice little 3-stack photo, and I thought that was just, that's it. This is probably where I'm done, but hopefully I can get the photo out before anything else happens.
Michael Nikolai is a proud Edmontonian who likes to live on the edge from time to time. As a lover of photography and wild weather, he walks the line of capturing the storm before it gets too dangerous. But timing is everything, and sometimes things don't work out.
The storm was moving in fairly quickly, and before I knew it was above my head, so I grabbed the camera, started shooting and taking pictures of it, only to realize that out of 800 pictures I did take as the shelf was going above my head, none of them were in focus. And so at that point, I decided, there's a lot of wind that was coming through and a lot of rain and hail, and I decided that was probably the time I should get out of there.
And it's not just storms that get his adrenaline pumping. Michael has found himself, quite by accident, up close and personal with a grizzly family.
Probably about 300-400 meters just off the turn. I put the brakes on. I thought, okay, I'm not sure what I got to do here. So of course the first instinct is back up, and then my second instinct was, well, hey, listen, there's a grizzly sow and 2 cubs. Maybe I can try and get some pictures. So I decided to put the zoom lens on and make the smart choice and take pictures. And so it was interesting to watch the grizzly, the sow and 2 cubs, as they were walking towards me while I was still in the truck, because they were just walking towards you, not a care in the world. And, of course, you're there in their domain. So eventually it kind of got a little closer. You back the truck up, you try and get a few more pictures, and you back the truck up a little bit more. And then eventually I just decided, okay, that's it. I don't really want to be, having grizzly claw marks in the side of my truck or anything like that.
Clearly, there have been a few close calls when it comes to Michael's photography, but it didn't start out like that.
I do a lot of hiking and whatnot, and I kind of wanted to take some pictures of things that maybe people might not necessarily see, right? If you're up in the mountains, different views, different landscapes, things like that. And it kind of morphed and evolved from there to go into different genres of photography. I like to do long exposure photography, as well, so a lot of light trails with different buildings in the background, or the flow of traffic, trains, things like that. The Aurora Borealis, I quite enjoy taking pictures of. The Milky Way, that's always a fun one to do as well.
Michael is humble when it comes to his skills and admits to not always getting it right. So when I ask him about his best advice for those new to the game, his answer is not surprising.
Don't be afraid to fail. That you're going to take a picture. If it doesn't turn out right, that's fine. That's okay. I still have my fair share of photos that I take that turn out to be absolute disasters.
Maybe that's true, but it's hard to believe when you scan Michael's Instagram or Twitter page. When I ask him about his home city of Edmonton, he takes us straight to the trails.
We do have a very large river valley trail system. I do believe it is the largest one in Canada. So you can see all sorts of interesting things through the river valley. You've got a lot of non-paved trails, multi-use trails, and paved trails to explore. There's really some kind of something for everyone that's in there.
And by the way, if you can't have fun in Alberta's capital, Michael has this to say.
If you're bored coming into Edmonton, that's kind of on you, because there's so much to see.